Askreddit thread. What's a big no-no in your favorite hobby? Especially specific ones aside from the usual, cheating and competitive ones, or being an asshole. In board games, you can't eat greasy/messy foods. And so help me if I catch you bending cards. Please simplify both these rules into a quick saying that is often repeated on game nights. No crease, no grease. More board game no-nos. Not knowing that it's your turn or taking significantly longer than other players. Nitpicking rules, especially when the group disagrees with your interpretation. Trying to change how you play your turn after you've gained new information. Taking it easy on/teaming up with playing turns for your SO. Taking things personally. Getting upset ever about a game. Complaining excessively about your rolls. My family does every one of them. Our board game sessions usually end up in nobody talking to each other for a few hours afterwards. One day, my dad lost his shit and chased my brother to the house for bank manipulation and Monopoly. We are a reasonably happy family. Coin collector here. Don't ever clean/polish them. Really? Care to explain why? It damages them, especially polishing. A polished coin becomes almost worthless. As a beginner amateur coin collector, any other advice or links you could give? If you saw how I keep my coins all in one box, you'd cringe. Avoid eBay until knowing what you're doing. Avoid PVC plastics for storing coins. Not sure how valuable your coins are, but keeping them bunched together scratches and corrodes them. Might want to invest in an album or coin flips. Remember, no PVC. Buy PVC and polish on eBay for the coins, rinse and repeat. Got it. Don't bend the spine of the book if you're borrowing it. Ooh. I had a coworker who used to open books in front of me and break the spine as many times as he could. His goal was to make the title of the spine of the soft color ineligible on account of how many breaks were in it. I've always seen it as breaking a book. He saw it as entertaining to watch me cringe. God damn it. I'm a letterpress printer. My wife is a bookbinder. I'd punch that cunt in the neck for doing that. I stopped lending out my books to friends because they always dog ears the pages. I'll be honest, I dog ear my own books all the time, but I would never do it to a book that belonged to someone else. I think that's my favorite part of hardcover books, being able to take the sleeves off and open the book right up. Soft cover, I always open half, and it's always awkward to hold a half-open book with one hand. Canoeing. Quit trying to steer from the front. Whenever I go with my wife, it's a crapshoot. We're amateurs and she insists on sharing. If we don't, she goes too slow and we get behind. But when we share, she gets frustrated that I can't keep the rhythm when I'm just trying to compensate to correct the errors she's making. I really want a kayak, but I kinda don't want to go with her. You know what they call a two-person kayak? A divorce boat. Get 2 kayaks, I beg you. Divorce boat hiking. Don't fucking litter. To add to this, if you do see a piece of litter, just pick it up. Many people I know, even if they don't litter, they still just walk past litter because, well, I don't throw it there, so why should I pick it up? I hike on the bike paths by my house. There's so much litter just off those that it isn't feasible to pick it up by yourself. Don't ask who's winning the cricket. Don't start at the front of the race if you're a slow runner. You are just asking to get run over and cause a hazard for all the people that now have to run around you. There are speed-designated corrals for a reason, with the primary one being safety. When I was running cross-country in high school, I found that when I started further back, I did way better. It's better for me to mentally be passing people than to be passed. I always had the mentality of just worry about passing this person in front of me, then work on the next. And I feel like it carries into other parts of my life. I can't stand being behind a slow driver and I have people pass me. Mountain biking. Don't leave your goddamn energy gel packets on the fucking ground, you imbecile barbarians. And don't take a break by sitting in the middle of the fucking trail. This has been a big problem for me lately. My favorite spot recently opened up a great, long flow trail that has been getting a lot of attention and bringing a lot of beginners to the areas. Many of them can't do the full run in one go. It can be pretty tiring. I'm glad to see more people get into sport. I'm not judging them for being newbies. But Jesus fuck, get out of my way if you can't handle it. There's a whole forest of knot trail here for you to rest on. Never ask to borrow another scuba diver's gear. It's just not done. In music, when someone else is soloing, chill the hell out. Don't do more than maintaining the rhythm feel and occasional accents to their solo. You know, I could never put my finger on why I can't get much into prog rock, but I think you just nailed it for me. And the stuff I've heard, everyone is doing everything at the same time. I guess that's why blues is more up my alley. If there's anything a prog fan can point out to me that would pique my interest, I'd love to hear it. In bird watching, you either speak in a barely audible whisper or just shut the fuck up entirely. So shotgun noises out of the question. What exactly is bird watching? Do you just watch bird, or do you take photos, draw pictures, and maybe record them? Can you compete in bird watching? Like who can watch the most numbers of birds in a given time, or who can stare at the same bird for the longest period? Or do you try to find exotic, rare birds? You pretty much cover several of the reasons it's popular. You take photos. My mom has been pretty much turned into a part-time job. You can draw them. Arguably the most famous bird watcher in history, John James Audubon, did just that in his seminal work, The Birds of America. And today, the Audubon Society actually hosts a friendly competition of sorts, the annual Great Backyard Bird Count, in which people all over the country catalog all the various species they can find. Probably the top reason I really enjoy it is the thrill of seeing a species for the first time. I still remember exactly I was when I first saw a Baltimore Orioles, for example. It's exciting to add it to the list, and I always like when someone remarks on how some bird knowing exactly what it is. Target shooting. Don't act like a twat with your gun. Bowling. Don't put your toe over the line and nobody fucks with Jesus. What? With art, don't touch or change other person's work unless they've given you permission to do so. Had an art teacher that did this. Everyone hated her because of that feeling. Art is one of the few areas where kids don't feel as condescended to just for being inexperienced. We've trusted the teacher more if she asked permission. I wish my art teacher hadn't been condescending towards my shitty attempts. Put me off drawing for life. Some aspiring artists take their sketchbooks to school at my high school. One girl was friends with a lot of them, was known to make crude little drawings, most scribbles and strange faces, around and occasionally on their already completed work. She wasn't friends with them for long. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Bending another person's finger to make him or her submit to tap out. That shit is just too cheap. Or how about washing your filthy guy? Wait, what? We had a guy who came from a Japanese jiu-jitsu class who tried sticking his finger in people's eyes to avoid submission. One day he did it to a purple belt who promptly put him in a triangle chokehold and let him suffer until he started to panic. After the purple belt let him go, he got in his face and told him he better never try any of that shit again. It can cause permanent damage. He didn't. But what the fuck makes you think like that to people in training environment? Going for the eyes does not belong in a dojo of any kind. Sticking people's eyes out belongs in Krav Maga, and when your life is in danger. Also, not stopping after your opponent has tapped. If you're deliberately being unsafe, you can fuck off and never working with you again. Don't grab my controllers with Cheeto hands. I like recreational shooting, and the biggest thing I encounter is people muzzle swiping everyone else at the range. Keep your firearm pointing done range, damn it. What? When I take people out of the range, one of the first rules is if the barrel points anywhere but your down range, you're done. There's no second chances with me when it comes to gun safety. Yep, only a tiny flinch with someone dying. Poker. Fucking pay attention. Nothing is worse than having to constantly remind someone it's their turn or what the bet is. Cutting your fingers off. Woodworking. Pretty sure this is a big no-no in every hobby. Leaving DNA samples behind or showing your face on camera. Jerking off in the library. I get a kick when drummers who can't keep time well, yet try to throw in crazy frills, which also end up being off time. Learn to keep time well. That is the main purpose of the drummer after all. Aquariums. Putting a new fish in a completely new tank with an uncycled filter. There are two types of bacteria that process the ammonia from fish waste in the water. The first change is to nitrate. The second change is to nitrate. Nitrates can build up about 400 ppm before they become a little bit of a concern and can easily remove with weekly water changes around 25%, depending on what's in the tank. but any ammonium that can be detected is toxic to fish. If you had fish that died within a couple of weeks to get a new tank, it's probably the ammonia. Betas are not good with just a cold, unfiltered bowl. They need at least 5 grams of filter that doesn't push them around in a heater. This is all too technical for me. To read. In golf, talking / larking around, joking / laughing with any person in your group or any other people can hear you is trying to take a swing is a real no-no. I'm afraid dead silence is pretty much expected during that critical moment. Not wiping down the equipment when you get it sweaty at the gym. Also, not putting your weights away when you're done with them. I love to cycle. When you're out on the road on your bike, obey the fucking law. Stop at lights. Use hand signals when you're turning. Be respectful of other people on the road. You are not Lance Armstrong. Don't go 5 miles per hour in some main road holding up every car. Make sure you're wearing your helmet and use lights when it starts to get dark. Mainly, don't be an asshole to drivers on the road and don't give them a reason to hate cyclists. You're making us all look bad. Please, can you come to London and tell cyclists this? This morning, I witnessed a cyclist getting huffy because people dared use pedestrian crossing while there was a green man, so he couldn't get through. What? Yes, also if you plan to ride in a group, learn in group riding etiquette. We will all help you learn, but if you ride dangerously in the group, we will get pissed. Failing to sterilize or clean properly. When in doubt, blast it with the star sand again. Home brewing. Being a ninja looter. If they didn't want me to roll need on absolutely every single piece of useless gear, they wouldn't have put need option there. Unless you're playing a rogue in an RP server. Don't bring loud children to movies, please. My hobby is motorcycling, so drinking alcohol is a no-no. I like both, just not together. Mine is golfing, so not drinking is a no-no. Clarinet player here, never ever asked to try my mouthpiece or reed. That goes for any woodwind or brass instrument, really. Comic card / toy collector here. You don't take anything out of its sleeve, bag, case, box, etc. without asking. For the love of God, trim your toenails before judo or jujitsu practice. Gross. Don't ask why you're being downvoted. Don't beg for upvotes or gold. Also, don't thank your gold publicly when you can just respond to the gold message to thank the gold sender. It just comes off as braggy and unnecessary. Whenever I see people thanking for their gold, I see it as, look guys, I got gold for this comment. Look how hilarious I am. Edit, don't mind me, I'm just going to disrespect the person giving me gold by editing in the comment, which he or she appreciated with a huge unnecessary edit to stroke my ego. I play Magic the Gathering. The biggest no-no is not properly handling my cards when playing / trading. I put a lot of money into this hobby, so please don't grab my cards with your greasy, sticky fingers or take cards out of my trade binder like some inconsiderate gorilla. Don't shade with your goddamn fingers, man. What? I'm drawing. Oh, trying to create smooth shading with your fingers is a rookie move. Your skin creates natural oil, so though you need to see it now, the pretty work of yours is going to have nasty stains in a month or so. Don't do it. Use the side of your pencil, or a bending stick if you have it, or a paper towel. Remember my art class, they told us to use Q-tips for shading. It does seem to work out pretty well. Never hold your breath. Scuba diving. Why not? You'll die. It really is only the important when ascending / descending, as the air will expand, ascending, or compress, descending, and can burst your lungs. What? Knives in the sink. Butcher? Just an enthusiast sink detailer. You should never drop your book in a bathtub. Well, okay. Looking at the sun with a telescope without a sun filter. In fact, avoid looking at the sun if you're a beginner. Knitting. Don't yank a project from someone's hand. You risk messing up where they were on the project / pulling a needle out / dropping stitches. Also, don't judge someone for what their yarn they're using. My math teacher was a knitter, not even good one at that, and would constantly talk shit about my work because I couldn't afford to buy wool for sweaters. I was using acrylic. Enough yarn to make a sweater can easily run you $50 on the low end of quality. Unless you're going to start buying all my yarn for me, you don't get to tell me what I should be buying. Never select odd job while playing GoldenEye split screen on N64. Or the goddamn monkey in Time Splitters. Odd job. Bowling. If the person laid next to you is bowling, wait until they are done. Huh, I guess I am a asshole bowling. Never do that. I never knew that either. Why don't you just go up and do it too? Who cares? I bake. Never scoop flour using your measuring cup. Use a spoon to put it on the cup. With sugar, it's okay though. Use flour by weight. It is much more precise, and you will get more consistent results. Never scoop flour using your measuring cup. Use a spoon to put it in the cup. With sugar, it's okay though. Never scoop flour. I don't know what the hell that means. When it comes to liking/being active in the anime community, it's often frowned upon being the stereotypical weeaboo. That kind uses random Japanese and English sentences and shrieks over their favorite series. There's still plenty of them though. Baka, why can't you see I'm super kawaii des? It's desu, you fucking casual. You're just jealous because I'm more kawaii than you. Nyan. So desu ne. I just learned yesterday at Reddit, of course, what a weeaboo is. So, what kind of Japanese do they insert into English sentences? Like, I'm eating super oishi mac and cheese with this kawaii fork. Basically. Also, lots of sugois. Sugoi means like amazing. Oishi means delicious. Kawaii means cute. I am an active member of the anime community. I also took 3 semesters of Japanese. Terrible class. Don't ever take it if you can avoid it. If you need a foreign language, take Japanese. No, don't take Japanese. Take like Spanish or French. Something easy. Easy compared to Japanese, because that language is fucking terrible. What you see is what you get in YNSIWYNG. WYSIWYG is pretty big in Warhammer and similar miniature war games. Your Space Marine Force commander is carrying a chainsword and a bolter, but in the equipment list it says he is carrying a thunder hammer and a plasma pistol. You fucking monster. Wait, what you see is what you get. Your Space Marine is carrying a chainsword and a bolter, but in the equipment list it says he's carrying a thunder hammer and a plasma pistol. You fucking monster. Target shooting. Shooting another competitor is considered rude. Climbing. As a bailer, don't screw up and make sure you pay attention. What? And lock off. Don't be like, her, there's a hot girl over there. Just try to talk to her. I'll just try to talk her up. What's this thing called, an anchor again? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Hey, hot girl, lock the fuck off. If I'm dangling 30 feet in the air with just you preventing me from falling on my ass, you better have your fucking brake hand at 6 o'clock behind your hip. Okay, end rant. Mine's firearms. Improper trigger discipline and not checking the chamber before and after shooting. Longboarding. At least the guys I skate with the people that take longboarding serious, it's a big no-no to not use a helmet or other protection. It's just stupid to not use one. 40k. Thin your paints, please. Oh, 40. I assume that's Warhammer or something. Stamp collecting. Murder. Which one is your hobby? Argentino tango. It's a whole different social word. You need to learn your nuisances to function here. Don't try to get to know someone, just ask her to dance. Don't dance less than 2 songs, but no more than 4. A woman does not ask a man to dance. Do not show up before midnight. As a follower, do not dictate the embrace. Do not go outside the line of dance. Never apologize. If you mislead a step and don't follow properly, step on your partner or bump into another dancer and just keep going, otherwise it breaks the mood. Avoid fossil watches. Don't stick your brass in a guitar amp. Don't do it, bro. Airsoft. Taking off your eye protection will get you shunned. Some with not calling your hits. Same with not calling your hits. I'm a professional tattoo artist, so my job as a hobbyist emulators. Wait, I'm a professional tattoo hobbyist, so my job has its hobbyist emulators. That being said, quit tattooing out of your house, you filthy bastards. There's a reason us professionals call you kitchen wizards, and it ain't because your tattoos are magicals. I hope you get your thumb stuck in a cigar cutter. Dirt biking. Stop buying loud exhausts. It doesn't really make more power than a good, reasonable, quiet exhaust does. And you are getting our trials closed with your fucking noise. Oh, stop buying loud exhaust. It doesn't make your bike more power than a good, reasonably quiet exhaust does. But then you wouldn't be loud in the center of the attention. Please don't flip my chessboard that I bought and paid for. Thank you. MacBooks. PC gaming. Having a boner while playing basketball. What if you can spin the ball on RC helicopters flying above people? Alright. That's it for this.